Hey guys, how's it going? Pete Mercer here. So you've been lifting for a while and you're trying to decide which workout routine or which split to follow and you don't really know how to go about it. So I'm going to cover a few here and the pros and cons of each. So very quickly, if you're a beginner, I recommend full body workouts 3 times a week, something like that. Very straightforward. Get your muscles used to working out and the stress, the physical stress involved in that. If you're an intermediate, so let's say you've been working out for a year or so and you want to do a program, go for an accepted program, something like DC training or Wendler 531, something that's been proven to work, that you can follow your progress and gains and know how to work out which muscle groups in which order and what works for you, things like that. And then once you've done that for a while and you're advanced, or you've been lifting for a couple of years or whatever, and you kind of want to go for something a bit more personalised, that's when you want to hit out some of these different training splits that are around at the minute. So I'm going to go over 3. So number 1 is push-pull legs, which is really popular nowadays. It's what everyone seems to be going for, and the best thing about that is it's not time restrictive. So it goes, day 1 push, day 2 pull, day 3 legs, rest day, repeat. And if you need to rest for more than one day because you don't feel great after your rest day, you don't feel you've recovered enough, or let's say something comes up and you can't train that day, it's fine, because you can take more days off and it's not restricted on time. You don't have to have certain workouts on certain days, and it's just very handy that way. Now the good thing about it is you're basically covering the different muscle groups in just about an even manner. So you do your pushing movements one day, pulling legs obviously, but it kind of balances out in terms of how much size and how much muscles or many muscles you're using per workout. So it's a great one for like evenness, and you really, if you want to really go somewhere with it, you kind of need to personalize it to what works for you and what you want to develop based on symmetry, size, things like that. So that's a good one for personal preference and time flexibility. Another one that people sometimes go for is the upper-lower split. It's got all the same benefits as push-pull legs in terms of time, flexibility, and how personal it is to you. The only difference is you're doing the entire upper body one day and the entire lower body one day. So you might realise that there are only a certain amount of muscle groups per half of your body, and there are more on the upper than there are on the lower. So the problem I personally have with upper-lower split is it's not even in terms of how many muscles in growth, and your recovery may be affected by that. Obviously, like smaller muscle groups will recover faster than bigger ones, and your legs are bigger ones, so you might try and find a way to make it work, but I personally don't think it's the best program in terms of balance. So that would be the con for me. But again, flexibility is great. And the final one that people go for, you might see a lot of professionals who aren't necessarily natural, so like the Mr. Olympia and things like that there, who will go for a 5-day per week split. So you do one muscle group each day, 5 days, take 2 days to rest, rinse and repeat. The biggest problem, it is time restrictive, and it's based on whether or not you can actually do 5 workouts per week with 2 rest days and then go again. So yes, the good thing is that you're doing, you're spending a longer time on an individual muscle group, but you're also spending more time recovering where you could actually be working out. And if you're, let's say you're young, you're in your 20s, something like that there, you might not need a full week to recover from the muscles or from the workout that you've done. So, that might not be the best option for you. And the hardest thing is really it's time frame. So like if you're at school, you're at college or university, and you don't have enough lot of time to lift, so you might only get certain days in a week, it's going to be really tough to try and manage that. And if you're really committed to it, you might have to, blow some things off, or get up really early in the morning, or do things that you might not want to do, or necessarily have the time to. So that's very restrictive, and it might not be, what you need, because, you might be able to recover faster. So, those are the 3 ones that are pretty much going around at the minute. The really, really popular one now is push-pull legs, and I'm doing a massive rethink about what I'm actually going to do, but I'm basing it on how much each muscle is used per workout. But that's another video for another day, as it were. So those are a couple of things to think about in terms of choosing your split. How much time do you have? How much time does it take to recover? And how which suits your personal needs the best. So yeah, go for it, try it out. Hopefully that'll help you deciding if you're not sure what to do or you're not sure how to approach it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Pete Mercer. Take it easy.